Good evening to all of you, dear aspirants. Raman, good evening. Today is Monday, and on Monday we take up history, geography, and polity, which are very important segments as far as our UPSC exam prelims is concerned. Anjali, good evening, and I am very much hopeful that yesterday you all have enjoyed the MCQs. I had sent the GS paper 1 as well as the CSAT. Okay. Uh, yes, you had faced some of the difficulties. Okay. And it was only due to the inadvertence that the answer and the question of GS1 was not tallying. Both were not similar of the same. And Anjali reported me, and just within 5 to 10 minutes, I think it was, yes, rectified. And Rahul Singh, good evening. Yes. And another most important thing which I would like to mention here and rather share with you that you all have scored, you all have performed according to my wishes. Okay. So if you are scoring 85%, 70%, 60%, it's a very, very appreciating. It's well done. And I really congratulate that you all are performing well. And if you are going to continue, maintain consistency, then it certainly, please believe that you are going to crack UPSC. Okay. Sushant Saurabh, yes, good evening. Good evening. And I am very much happy that you all are very much energetic, positive, and moving just towards the direction where the UPSC wishes to be. So this is a very important thing. And after 4th of October, after the completion of the this examination on 4th of October, I don't know what will happen on 30th, because today it was going to be announced by the apex court, that is Supreme Court, but they have deferred to 30th of September. Okay, you all know that. So let us see. And after the completion of that very task, I would continue with 7 day, that is 6 day class. So every day at 7:30 or whatever time you will choose yourself, we will meet together and we will have only 30 minutes class, okay, related to because you see, just before December, we have to complete the NCERT, and then after we have to continue with the standard books, which are segment wise, subject wise, and then after, finally, we have to take up at least 100 MCQs, and then after you will see the tremendous amount of achievement. Okay, you will feel at it the moment you will read the question paper. You will feel that yes, I'm confident. I have the answer. So I want that type of Rahul Tevatia. Okay, striking six. Okay, 5 balls and 5 sixes. Okay, 6 balls, 5 sixes. Yes. 6 ball, and do you know, Yuvraj Singh thanked him that well you left 1 ball. So Abhishek Dubey, good evening. Yes, Abhishek, good evening. So this would be your spirit. Apurva, good evening. Apurva from New Delhi, good evening. Yes. So in class 6, we have already studied the key issues related to the democracy. Okay, the key points related to democracy, just like diversity, government, what is government and key elements of the government, democratic government, local government and administration. What do you mean by the local government and administration? Of course, it's Panchayati Raj and the rural administration, and the urban administration, that is municipal corporation, and in metropolitan cities, big cities, I mean to say, yes, Mahapalika, That is the thing. Then rural livelihood and urban livelihood. So these were the chapters important, and these chapters were just these chapters are going to pay during your mains examination, because most of the questions are related to the basics. The basics, what I meant to say. Now, let us. We have already started with polity of class seventh, and the first chapter relates to equality. Equality, you all know that equality is a key feature of democracy which influences all aspects of its functioning. If there is no equality, the very requirement of democracy, okay, and it thrives for equality. Equality is the essence of democracy, in other words. If you will go through the constitution, you will find there in FR, that is fundamental rights, in the very beginning, equality is there. Not only FR, but right at the beginning, that is preamble, we find equality. Okay, we find mention of equality. Okay, there is mention of SQ, that is sovereignty, socialist, and of course secular. Okay, so sovereign, socialist, and secular, SQ. Then DR, that is democratic republic. Then JL, justice, liberty. E, equality. F, fraternity. I, integrity. So this way you should memorize the preamble. SQ, DR, LJ, JL, E, F, and I. Okay, so these are the codes. And while preparing for such big examination, that is UPSC, of course, you should innovate yourself. So the techniques and tricks being adopted by the successful candidates, you might have listened in YouTube, through YouTube, the experiences they share, but no two successful candidates, they have prepared on same track. Okay, what I meant to say. So you have to innovate yourself. You have to show your Apurva, Rahul, Susanta, Abhishek, okay, Anjali, Raman out of yourself. If you are able to show that sort of thing, okay, then certainly you are bound to get success, and you are there to crack the UPSC. Now, this chapter, which is related to equality, it deals with the universal adult franchise. We have already understood in class 6 what is this universal adult franchise. So it's nothing but right to vote. Okay, and it is also one of the tool through which the equality is brought in the society, the community, the nation as a whole. Okay, so it's an important tool to bring equality in the society. If there is universal adult franchise, what happens during voting? You see that different castes, community, different opinion, and even religion, they come in the single line. Okay, nobody knows what is the name, what is the caste, what is the, okay, the main issue is to cast their vote. So it brings equality in society. Now, this chapter also mentions some of the inequality issues. Okay, what are the inequalities issues? So people in our country, they experience it inequality in different ways. Okay, what are the ways? Okay, the most important factor is caste system. Okay, caste system, and it is being shown right from the beginning. Okay, when a human being takes birth. Okay, we feel like that. The If you will go through the newspaper, you will find matrimonials, Anjali Sah caste system. Yes, great Anjali. So it should be interactive class. So you feel while you will go through the newspaper. Okay, newspaper. You find the Sunday edition of a newspaper having matrimonials. matrimonials. There you will see that the bride, groom of this caste, that caste. I should not name the caste, but that is there. That is there. So the common form of inequality is caste system in our India. Yes, I agree with Anjali. Great, I agree with Anjali, and. I could not find the score of Susant, then Apurva, then Abhishek Dubey. Yes, Raman had sent me his score. Then this Seema had not sent her score. So you should not send your score, or you should send your score. It depends on you. It depends on you. But to me, okay, it's my mission that you have to crack the UPSC this way or that way. Okay, and for that mission, I am very much positive, I am very much enthusiastic, and I am very much, you should say, particularly, uh, I do not fail to attend the class. That I mean to say. Okay. So I am punctual. I am punctual. 100% punctual. So Parasuram Kumar, good evening. Yes, Parasuram ji, very good evening to you. And I think you are joining me from Bihar. Yes, from Bihar. So it's a great thing. So students are joining me from all corners. So we are talking about equality, and inequality is being experienced by most of the Indians due to this caste system. Caste system. And one example I have already quoted you, narrated before you, and that relates to the matrimonial being published in the newspaper, that is of Sunday edition. Sunday edition. There you will find the caste system. There are so many instances. Okay, even the government, the state government itself talks about the Dalit and Mahadalit. Okay, Dalit and Mahadalit. You might have come across such words. The government itself talking about Dalit and Mahadalit. Okay. Now the this chapter opens up the most important thing, that is dignity. Okay. How do we bring dignity in our society? Just if you talk about equality, there must be dignity. And if we get success in bringing dignity to the society, it means that we have achieved the target of bringing equality to the community, to the society. So this is it. When persons are treated unequally, their dignity is violated. This is most important thing you should know. Okay. So inequality is, in other words, hitting at their dignity, the dignity of the human being, whosoever may be that, of any caste, creed. Okay. So that is the thing. So when persons are treated unequally, their dignity is violated. This is very, very important, and you should take care of it. And this is the reason that the very preamble in our constitution, it speaks about equality. It speaks about equality. Even the first page of almost all NCERT books, you will find the mention of preamble lines like SQ, that is, I have already narrated, sovereign, then socialist, secular, and DJ, that is democratic, democratic republic, then JL, that is justice, liberty, and EF, equality, fraternity, I, integrity. So our constitution speaks volumes about the equality, and you will find that equality of so many types. Okay. Without equality, you cannot think of democracy. The very values of democratic country, that they are there in the seats of equality. So you see, every individual in the country, including male and female, yes, there should not be gender inequality. Male and female, okay, from any caste, religion, tribes, yes, educational and economic backgrounds are recognized as equal. If such type of equality is facilitated to the community, to the individual, to the people, to the human beings, then it shows that equality is there. If you are able to secure the dignity, of a common man, then that is also near to that. So we have already talked about universal adult franchise, and now we are talking about such type of arrangements which have been given, provided through our constitution. Okay, so this is not to say that inequality ceases to exist. This is also there. If we are going to ensure the equality, okay, that has been provided in the constitution, but that is there, that is there, it doesn't mean that there is no inequality in India. It doesn't mean. Yes, the constitution speaks about that, the rule is there, the law is there, but it doesn't mean that inequality doesn't exist. Yes, it exists. Yes, it exists. And how does it exist? Because equality is there in principle, okay, but in actual, the responsibility lies upon the people, the governance as well as the people who are really the main stakeholders as far as equality is concerned. Now this chapter opens out and it speaks about the laws, okay, the government programs and schemes. The government programs and schemes, they are also the government programs and schemes, they are also one of the tools for bringing equality in society. Take for example, the government launches some schemes related to the welfare of the common man. Then what happens? Certainly, the factor which brings inequality in society, that is abolished, that is removed, that is hard hitted. How? Because the schemes are meant for all. Okay, it becomes a leveler, in the society. Okay, take for example the welfare schemes, the health schemes, Ayushman Bharat, okay, that relates to health well-being. Then there are Jan Dhan Yojana, you might have heard, Swachhta, okay, it's sanitation, okay. So such then midday meal, okay, that is also there. Then PDS schemes. So the government inequality, okay, may be hard hit through this government schemes and programs. So this is also very, very important. Now in this course of discussion, this chapter speaks about the midday meal. What happens in midday meal? Because just before the launching of this very popular scheme of the government, what was happening in Indian rural schools? Okay, most of the students, they after the recess period, they did not attend the classes. Okay, so due to this midday meal, they they remain there in the schools, okay, for the for getting the education, and they are there in the school. So there is no cases of left out, what I mean to say, left out. And the attendance in the schools, rural schools, that is ensured, So midday meal, this is one of the most important program in Tamil Nadu. It was launched for the first time, and then after you see in 2001, yes, 2001, the Honorable Court, that is Supreme Court of India, the apex court of our country, the apex court asked all state governments to begin this program, and then after you find that this program has become pan-India scheme. So the scheme of midday meal. Okay, so there is the government programs, okay, play an important role in increasing equality, okay, of opportunity, because you find that while we talk about inequality, what happens? The opportunity is denied. Okay, the opportunity is denied. Some community people, some people coming from the different sects, they take away, okay, the benefits of the government, which the governance provides. Okay, they take away, they snatch, and the People who are just lying on the last benches, the last line, they are deprived of even the common facilities, common necessities, common things. So it happens, and this is the reason that the very objective of the government schemes, which the central government or a state government launches, that is to bring equality. Okay. Previously, what was happening? There were intermediaries in the societies. Okay, the intermediaries who took good amount of money from the poor, from the downtrodden, the deprived, and they ensured them to bring the benefit from the offices. That is the block office, the subdivisional office, or the district office. Now the government has devised a plan, a methodology, that is DBT, direct benefit transfer. So there is no question of people coming as intermediary and depriving the benefits which are destined to go to the poor people or the eligible, what I mean to say, eligible beneficiaries. Now the beneficiaries are being benefited by the government directly through this direct benefit transfer. So direct benefit transfer is also one of the tools to bring equality, because it is going to ensure equality in the society. So issues of equality in other democracies. So this chapter has also mention of civil rights movement of 1964. So civil rights movement, African American children, it relates to the United States of America. So of course, challenge of democracy. So no country can be described as being completely democratic. There are always communities and individuals trying to expand the idea of democracy and push for greater recognition of equality. This is fact. Undoubtedly, nobody can deny that this is not happening in other countries. You might have heard recently about the umbrella movement happening in Hong Kong, and there are so many disturbances there in USA even. Okay, some a black individual was thrashed by white person, and there was a movement. Okay, so racial discrimination type of thing. In South Africa, you too might have heard about all those things happening there. But in our country, as far as our democracy is concerned, the not only the constitution framers, but the governors here are present in center or the states. Okay, everywhere you find that there are all attempts, okay, initiatives being taken to bring equality in the society. So this way, this chapter speaks about equality, which is one of the key tools, okay, for a successful democracy. Now the second chapter speaks about the state government, and the chapter speaks about the role of the government in health. What is health? This, and how can you define health? How can you define health? So health means our ability to remain free from illness and injuries. Okay, this is there in the book. But our ability, what is the meaning? Okay, everybody is able to maintain good health, but there are some obstructions. Okay, there are some hurdles. Because disease is there. That is inevitable. So there must be some social conditions. There must be some healthy conditions. And this chapter talks about those requirements in society. Okay, sanitation. Okay, proper hygiene. That is also there. The safe drinking water. Previously, what happened in rural India? Okay, the people, they demanded hand pumps. The government provided. Okay. At present, what will you see there? Okay. If there is a hand pump, the upper portion of that hand pump is not there. Only the pipe is there. Okay. And the cattle, okay, cow or ox, they are binded with that rope. Okay. So that is used as just you may say khuta in Hindi. Okay. So the hand pumps, they are of no use to the rural folks. Now the thing has been changed, and what is that? They are not demanding drinking water, but they are demanding safe water, pure water. Okay, so many things are have become the necessity of society to maintain their good health. So it's not only ability. Health means our ability to remain free of illness and injuries. So our ability, the ability is being ensured by the governance. Okay, if you are providing the swachhta, okay, as a mission, in a mission mode, and there one most important thing is there that relates to behavioral change. So the government has provided the, okay, sanitation in rural areas, but those latrines are not used properly by the people. Okay, most of the women and men, they go out. Okay, that is open defecation. Okay, so the government ensures ODF, but it's being denied. So this way, this chapter is very, very important. Role of the government in health. So what are the most important factors, and why do we call the PHC as public health center? Okay, what is the meaning of public there? What is the meaning of public there in PHC? That is a public health center. So we have already Rahul Singh also violation of their rights. Yes, caste system. Everybody has written comments. So oh my God, it's 1957. So I have taken 20 odd minutes more than the fixed minute. Okay, so let us conclude this chapter. Our constitution. Okay, so yes, I was talking about the PHCs. Why do we call it public health center? Public health center, because you see, in order to fulfill its commitments to provide health care to all citizens, the government has established these hospitals and health centers. So it is meant for the public, not for individual, not for a community itself, not for this caste, that caste, no, nothing like that. It is open to all. So it's public health center. That's why it is known as public health center. So at this point of time, okay, this chapter is not complete. There are some other issues, and the case of Costa Rica, yes, I will talk about Costa Rica, then we will finish the class. So Costa Rica is a country in I see South America, and what has happened there? What has happened there? There is no allocation of government fund there with respect to the military expenditure, that is army. There is no maintenance of army there. So that's why the fund which is going to be provided for the sake of army, that is being utilized in health sector. So it's a very good thing. And nowadays you might have heard about the Ministry of Happiness, the Department of Happiness. So the goal has become changed. The Human Development Index, we shall talk later on during course of our economics discussion. So let us conclude our class today. I have taken too much time. So it's going to be 1 hour, complete 1 hour. So it was very, very interactive. Everybody has expressed. So be it interactive, and during course of our next discussion, I will bring some MCQs, very important MCQs. And here is a soft reminder that on Wednesday we shall meet once again at 7:30. Till then, bye bye.